not the best. Alright, g'day again everybody. So it's time to harvest this blue Hopi corn. So some of it seems to have done really well. That looks pretty good. But I had a few that didn't really develop very well correctly, so I'll try and find one. And so I had a few that ended up turning into 3 like that, and it doesn't really feel like there's anything there, so I don't know if they got pollinated or not, or if those ones just weren't right. But we're going to pull them all off and then we'll find out how we did. So I'll start with these good ones because I sort of want to save the bigger ones for seed for next year. So snap it. Wow. Strange. So some of these are still look a little green. They might need to dry out a little bit longer, but I just don't want to leave them for too long. Otherwise, yeah, the birds are just going to get more of them. So far, it's been pretty good, I think. Alright, I'm going to keep going and then I'll come back to you and you can see what we've got. Alright, so that is the first patch pretty much done. I did end up leaving 2 of these on here just to dry out a little bit more because they're still a little bit green, and I put aside the larger ones here to use for seed for next year. So now I just have to pick those 2 little spots there. So these little clumps here did pretty well. The plants didn't get as tall, I guess, just because they were competing with each other more, and the corn didn't really get as big. I guess just because the plants aren't too big. But if I was rushed for space or possibly had prepared that spot better, it might have done better. Might try again in the future. But we should be able to get some little cobs off of these. Alright, so at the end of it, that large patch definitely did the best out of both ways to grow corn. This one was mostly small ones, but it did pretty well, at least had a couple of decent sized ones on there. And this little pile didn't do anything really at all. Since, yeah, that's all I really got off of it. So yeah, I think in the future I'll probably just stick to the traditional rows. But yeah, we'll take this inside and we'll see what we got exactly. Alright, I thought I'd spread them out so you could get a better look, but that's everything. Obviously, these sort of ones did better than say this one, which didn't really do much. But I'll be able to save a couple of these ones at least for seed. So probably just the longer ones here. And yeah, I'm just looking for ones that look good and neat, and see things like these little white ones every now and then. I'm not too sure if I'd use that one for seed. But yeah, it came out pretty good, I think. It ended up weighing about 4.5 kilos just in a bag with some luggage scales. So I probably could have left it on for a bit longer to dry out. But what I will be doing is I'll just be putting it into some fabric bags like this, and I'll be hanging it in the shade for a couple of weeks just to let it finish drying out. And then after that, I'm going to make some masa and turn it into tortillas or something like that. But yeah, that might be a little way off. So this is what I grew last year. I managed to get 2 crops of corn in, but neither of them did very well. So that's the blue seed that I started with this year. I think I definitely did a lot better this year. Probably helped that I had more than 10 plants, but I've also got this red corn here, which I will just be using to cook with, so I'm going to make some muss out of that soon, probably before all of this stuff is finished drying. So that video hopefully should be up in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my harvest of grain corn this year. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.